So here I am outside the market, and it's one of the pubs we're working with at the moment to host these quizzes. So I'm just going to pop inside. I'm going to show you what it's like inside a socially distant pub. So come on in. Of course, pubs are open, as the sign says. So let's head on inside. Here we go. First thing to do, use the hand sanitizer. Clean our hands, make sure we're suitable to get in. Right, I'm going to go to the left into the bar. I'll show you round. Look at this on the table. We've got Squiz's business card. People can join in with the quiz. And just to make sure, we've got more hand sanitizer. Lots more measures in place. Let's show you. Here we go. You can see that tables are nicely spread out. People can be distant from each other. Look on the floor, it's all taped off to remind you of your distance. And the bar area is taped off as well. It's all table service. Everything's brought to your table. All that's left for me to do is say cheers and enjoy my pint. So there you go, I'm back out. You can see it's very distant in there. I feel incredibly safe inside these pubs at the moment, as you can tell. So yeah, I hope that there's been an announcement today about food vouchers and things. So that may help pubs as well. Want to see the details first. But yeah, really safe in there, really pleased to have them on board, and hopefully have some of their customers joining the quiz tonight. So hello if you are.
Good evening everybody, and welcome to this week's virtual quiz at the Stay In, the pub quiz in your own home. So yeah, pubs are open again. I don't know if any of you have been, comment if you have. It's slightly different in different parts of the country. Yeah, I've been out to the pub a couple of times this week, see what they're doing, and I am so impressed with the way they are handling the social distancing and everything. They're a lot safer in the pubs than in Morrison's when I walked around earlier, because it was chaos in there. But yeah, so welcome to the quiz, and a big welcome to those of you who have been into a pub and have signed up. I've got my pint glass full of people who have signed up in here. We're going to do a little draw with them later on to see who has won a pub voucher. So there you go. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you very, very much. Not only for supporting your local pub, but for supporting this little venture here, where we all get together on a Friday evening and answer some quiz questions. Yeah, if you are new, just join in the live chat on the side if you can do. I think you need to be logged into your YouTube account to do that. And a big welcome to my regulars, my family and friends who now join in with this on a regular basis. So thank you once again for giving up your Friday night to come and visit me in the Stay In and do my little quiz. So to this evening we've got 4 rounds as normal. We're going to start with a connections round. They seem to have gone down well with everybody. We're then going to try a new style of round. We're going to call it the alphabetical drinks round. I'll explain that when we get to it. Then we've got a who's missing from this foursome round, and we're going to end up with a round on France. Okay, so those are your 4 rounds. There's also a picture round. That is up on the Squiz's Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Squizes. Oh, that should have a C in it, shouldn't it? I'll change that during half time. Squizes with a C. It's also on the Twitter account as well, but everyone who's had the email to join tonight, you've got a direct link in there anyway. Yeah, so the picture round tonight is to name these 9 British mammals. There you go. One thing I will say is try to be specific. For example, with question 2, yeah, be specific with the actual type of thing that it is. Hope that makes sense. But if you can't get onto the Facebook page to look at that picture round, it will be up on the screen during our interval. Yes, yeah, for those who join this first time, we'll do the first 2 rounds. We'll have an interval where I show that picture round, where you can go have time to look at the picture round, top up your drinks, go to the facilities at the Stay In, all of that sort of thing. So yeah, I hope that all makes sense to anyone who is joining in for the first time this evening. It's a pretty straightforward quiz, really. You sit there, listen to me asking some questions, write down your answers, you mark them yourself. It's all a bit of fun, really. There's no winner as such, apart from, as I always say, whoever's had the most fun is the winner. Some of you like to comment in the chat about why you should be the winner. Good to hear. And also, I can't stop you from using Google or whatever you've got around you, but because there's no winner as such, you're only cheating yourself. I think that is all that I need to say, really, about how the quiz works. So I'm going to raise a glass. I've got a different glass tonight. Got my Purple Moose Brewery glass tonight because I've got all of my pub goers' names in my normal glass. So yeah, when you're ready, can you just comment in the live chat there that you're ready, and then we can move on with our first round, which is our connections round. If you're playing a drinking game, drink every time I drink, then cheers. What have we got here? Yeah, I know that people in Scotland and Wales have to wait to go to the pub, and in Leicester at the moment as well. But yeah, down here the pubs are open, so there we go. Oh, here we go. Lots of reddies in Somerset, in Wales, in Liskeard. There we go. So let's start with our first round, which is a connections round. So the way this works, the first 9 questions you answer, and then the 10th question is what is the connection between your answers. Okay. Obviously, if you spot the connection before that, it may help you answer some of the other questions. Okay. Right then, first question of the quiz tonight. Question 1 is, whose assassination in Sarajevo was the catalyst for the outbreak of the First World War? So whose assassination in Sarajevo was the catalyst for the outbreak of the First World War? Evening, Simon, who's at the Manor House. Excellent. I did see you signing up. Haven't made it over to the Manor House this week. I'll have to make it over sometime soon, as soon as we're working with them. Question 2. Soldier, bloody-nosed, and green tiger are all types of what animal? Soldier, bloody-nosed, and green tiger are all types of what animal? Question 3. In a game of chess, which piece can move any number of spaces vertically, horizontally, or diagonally? In a game of chess, which piece can move any number of spaces vertically, horizontally, or diagonally? Some of you may have spotted a connection already. Question 4. What is the first book in the Bible? What is the first book in the Bible? Question 5. What is the acronym of the United Nations agency responsible for public health? What is the acronym of the United Nations agency responsible for public health? Those of you who join us for the first time, I do tend to go a little bit quicker on these than I would do in a pub. Just helps it move along a bit quicker. Got feedback. I was a bit slow at the beginning. Regulars, you're used to this pace by now, hopefully. Question 6. Dame Cressida Dick is the highest ranking member of which emergency service? Dame Cressida Dick is the highest ranking member of which emergency service? Oh, here we go, we're getting an interruption by a child. Okay. Question 7. Which soft drink has flavours including citrus punch, mango medley and summer fruits? So which soft drink has flavours including citrus punch, mango medley and summer fruits? Oh, we've got somebody joining us for a second. Wants to wave at family. Here's India. Okay. If anyone heard her mention disturbing us, there she is. She's just appeared. You did Serious Quiz Girl the other week, didn't you? Question 8. The name of which prehistoric creature means tyrant lizard king? The name of which prehistoric creature means tyrant lizard king? I'm taking that as a compliment, thank you, Christine. Question 9. What links the name of a previous claim form for job seekers allowance and a German submarine? What links the name of a previous claim form for job seekers allowance and a German submarine? And your 10th question there is, what links all of those answers? So what links all of those answers? When I tried it with my test teams, when I read the first 9 questions out to them, They got about 6, 7. As soon as they got the link, that shot up. So hopefully it's a nice introduction to the quiz for you this week. Oh, pardon, Maddie? No, question number 2. Soldier, bloody-nosed, and green tiger are all types of what animal? Okay, so just give you a while just to settle on any answers that you've got, have an argument with your fellow team members, talk yourself out of an answer, whatever you normally do at a pub quiz, and then we'll move on to round 2, which is the alphabetical drinks round. So I'm just going to explain how this round is going to work. I had a good debate with a few people about how it would work. It's called alphabetical drinks. It's around about drinks, and the answers are going to begin with the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, but I'm not going to tell you which order they come in. So question 1 may or may not be the drink beginning with the letter A. I hope that makes sense to you. Do you think that makes sense, Maddie? Yeah, there you go. So you're looking for names of drinks. One of the answers will begin with A, another one with B, and so on and so forth, up to J, but I'm not telling you which order they come in. Apparently it got too easy if I told you what letter was coming. So let's start our alphabetical drinks with question 1, which is, what is the world's best-selling brand of Irish whiskey? What is the world's best-selling brand of Irish whiskey? Question 2. John Pemberton created which drink in 1886? John Pemberton created which drink in 1886? Question 3. Juniper berries provide the predominant flavour for which spirit? Juniper berries provide the predominant flavour for which spirit? Question 4. Which alcoholic beverage is commonly nicknamed the Green Fairy? Which alcoholic beverage is commonly nicknamed the Green Fairy? Question 5. Which beer, brewed by Wychwood Brewery, is named after a folklore spirit? Which beer, brewed by Wychwood Brewery, is named after a folklore spirit? A little clue I'll give you there, it is one of the best-selling beers in the UK. So it's not an obscure one. Question 6. What type of tea is flavoured with the addition of oil of bergamot? Which type of tea is flavoured with the addition of oil of bergamot? Question 7. Lipton is the world's leading brand of which drink? Lipton is the world's leading brand of which drink? Question 8. What is the world's largest family-owned spirits company? So what is the world's largest family-owned spirits company? It's best known for a type of rum. Question 9. Which cocktail, usually served in a tall glass, is made using rum, lime and sugar? Which cocktail, usually served in a tall glass, is made using rum, lime and sugar? And question 10. What is the line of iced blended coffee drinks available at Starbucks? What is the line of iced blended coffee drinks available at Starbucks? It's actually a trademark name, this. The iced blended coffee drinks available at Starbucks. So if you've got all of these right, you'll have an answer for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I and J. Not in that order. So I thought I would place this round just before the break, just so you can get yourselves in order with that. So yeah, I'll move on to the interval now. Give you some thinking time for this round. I'll also flash up on the screen the picture round for you, which is those 9 British mammals for you to have a go at. And I'll be back in 5 minutes or so. I'll leave the picture round up when I come back and I'll just talk to you for a few minutes about something. Yeah, so I'll speak to you again in a few minutes. Good luck with the picture round and with trying to figure out any of these that you may not have got. So here is the picture round. Right, speak to you soon. Hello, welcome back. So I've got the Dream Team would like round 2, question 4 repeated, please. So here you go. Question 4 in that round was, which alcoholic beverage is commonly known as the Green Fairy? So which alcoholic beverage is commonly known as the Green Fairy? Okay, so hopefully you've managed to sort out those and you've got an answer for all of the letters from A up to J. So we will, we'll go through the answers to those in a moment. I'm gonna take the pictures off now. So hang on, here we go. There you go, I'm back. Because I had a message earlier on today. Three's a crowd. I know some of you have joined in at the moment. Sorry about that. So three's a crowd. I know some of you are watching at the moment. There's some good news last week for you. Because part of the Cornwall team of three's a crowd, Chris and Caroline, welcomed their second child into the world last Saturday. Baby Seren was born last Saturday. So I've been asked to raise a glass to the whole of the family there. So congratulations. Yes, and here's to many sleepless nights for you, but enjoy every minute of it. So cheers. If anyone else would like to join in and raise their glass at their own home, please do so. Yeah, if you've got any shout outs, please let me know. I forgot to raise a glass for my mum's birthday last week, didn't I? And Alison's the week before, so sorry, but I did speak to you in person on your respective birthdays. But yeah, so any shout outs, please let me know. I think that was the only one that I had through this week to mention. So we'll start going through some answers in a moment. Maddie's just run off to talk to herself about an answer. So there we go. I'm just going to shout up that we're doing answers. Okay, we're doing answers. There we go. Hope should be that for the answers. Yes, now. So yeah, we'll mark the first 2 rounds there and see how you've got on with those before we move on with our final rounds. So yeah, there you go, Jackie. There you go, Jackie from Visa Crowd as thanked us all. Thank you. Oh man, he's not going back. She's still trying to work something out. So here are your answers to the first round, which is our connections round. So question 1: it was the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, which was the catalyst for the outbreak of the First World War. Question 2: Soldier, Bloody Nose and Green Tiger are all types of beetles. In the game of chess, it is the Queen, which can move in any direction for any number of spaces. Question 4: the first book of the Bible is Genesis. Question 5: the acronym for the United Nations agency responsible for public health is WHO. Question 6: Dame Cressida Dick is the highest ranking member of the police. Question 7: the soft drink, which has flavours citrus punch, mango medley and summer fruits, is Oasis. Question 8: name of the prehistoric creature, which means tyrant lizard king, is Tyrannosaurus rex. Question 9: the name that links the claim form for Job Seekers Light, or previous one, and German submarine is UB40. So U-boat 40 and unemployed benefit 40. Okay. And of course the connection is they're all British bands. If you want to get technical, they're all British bands who have sold over 18 million records apparently. Yeah, but bands is your connection there. So hopefully quite a high scoring round if my test teams are anything to go by. And then we did alphabetical drinks, which I thought would go down really well. So I'm interested to hear what your thoughts on this round were on having that alphabet theme to it. But let's go through the answers, shall we? So question 1. The world's best-selling brand of Irish whiskey is Jameson's. Question 2. John Pemberton created Coca-Cola. Question 3. Juniper berries provide the flavour for gin. Question 4. The Green Fairy is the nickname for absinthe. Question 5. The beer brewed by Witchwood Brewery is Hobgoblin. Question 6. The tea was Earl Grey. Question 7. Lipton is the world's leading brand of iced tea. Question 8. The world's largest family-owned spirits company is Bacardi. Question 9. The cocktail using rum, lime and sugar is a daiquiri. Question 10. The line of iced blended coffee drinks at Starbucks is Frappuccino. So those are your answers to the first 2 rounds. If you'd like to total up, and if you want to put in the comments how well you're doing, please feel free while I switch over to my next bunch of questions. So round 3 will be who's missing from these famous foursomes. Let me just get myself comfy again. In an awkward position there. Yeah, so how are you all doing at the moment? Let's see. That awkward moment when there's a delay with me asking you to do something and you hearing it and then responding to it. Here we go. 19 for Danny. Oh, here we go, Danny. This is the week, Danny. You're going to beat the Morgans this week. Here we go. Oh, we got a few 19s. A 17 in Somerset. 20 for Colin. Oh, here we go. Really high scoring this week. Either I'm making them easier or you're just getting used to my questions. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, very high scoring. I'm impressed, everybody. So yeah, shall we move on to round 3? For these 10 questions, I am going to read out 3 members of a foursome at some point, and then all I'd like to know is what is the missing one, effectively. Okay, so who's missing from these foursomes? Okay, question 1. Who is missing from Paul, John, Ringo, and someone? Yeah, anyone? You can have a point for Frappe. Go on, I'll give it to you. Because it is commonly shortened in Starbucks to that, so I'll give it to you. You're not allowed to get on anywhere else though, because it is trademarked. Barry, you signed up at the market, didn't you, Barry? I remember seeing your sign up coming through the other day. Yes, question 2. So we've got Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and who? Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and who? My mum is asking me to do something and she won't be able to hear my answer when I answer it.
You want me to type?
Yeah, you could type an answer. Check they've not paused it or something like that. Question 3. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo. Oh, they're back online. I'm going to do those first 3 questions again for my mum who lost connection. So question 1 was who is missing from Paul, John, Ringo, who's the 4th member? Paul, John, Ringo. Yeah. Question 2 was Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and somebody. So Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and somebody. And question 3, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and somebody. There we go. These things happen, don't they? At least it didn't happen to everybody. That would have been awful if everyone had lost connection. Question 4. Sheldon, Leonard, Howard, and who? Sheldon, Leonard, Howard, and who? Question 5. Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and something. Question 6. Conquest, war, famine, and... So conquest, war, famine, and something else. Question 7. Redgrave, Pinsent, Foster, and... So Redgrave, Pinsent, Foster, and... Question 8. Matthew, Mark, John, and somebody else. Question 9. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and... So Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and somebody else. I would never make them up, Graham. That would be the hardest quiz ever, wouldn't it? Guess what's in Matt's mind. And finally in this round, George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln. And one more. So George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, and then there's one more. That would be a very sorry state of affairs there, Graham. So yeah, that's the end of that round there. Our famous foursomes. You had to say who was missing from the foursome. So yeah, we'll leave that over there. And then our final round is all about France. So I'll just give you a moment just to finalise any answers there. And then we'll move on with the final round of the evening, the France round. Tried to cover a range of topics in all the rounds tonight, so it's not heavily based on entertainment or sport or whatever. Hopefully it's got a bit of everything in there for you this evening. So quite general knowledgey, I would say. Ooh. So yeah, same goes here. So there's lots of different things about France in this next round. And there is a bonus point on offer in this round. So you've got 10 questions and then a bonus point as well, and that will bring you up to 50 points for the evening. And your bonus point is going to come in question 1. Okay, so those of you who have followed the quiz since I did them in the Stag, when the Stag was open, I tried to be a little bit topical with things. So we're talking about France this evening because of Bastille Day. So first question is, so Bastille Day is celebrated in France to commemorate the storming of the Bastille in which year? So was the storming of the Bastille in 1759, 1789 or 1819? So 1759, 1789 or 1819. And your bonus point is, on what day in July is Bastille Day celebrated? That's fine, yeah. We'll sort out answers for you, don't worry. For those of you who paused it or crashed it. So 2 parts on offer there for question 1. The date of Bastille Day and the year that the storming of the Bastille happened. The options are 1759, 1789 or 1819. Question 2. Which French composer composed the opera Carmen? Which French composer composed the opera Carmen? Question 3. The French national anthem is named after which French city? The French national anthem is named after which French city? Question 4. What was the first name of the engineer Eiffel who designed the Eiffel Tower? So what was the first name of the engineer Eiffel who designed the Eiffel Tower? Question 5. Who is the current president of France? Who is the current president of France? Question 6. If you were served escargot in a French restaurant, what would you be eating? So, if you were served escargot in a French restaurant, what would you be eating? Question 7. In the Tour de France, the overall leader wears the yellow jersey. What has the rider wearing a red and white polka dot jersey achieved? So in the Tour de France, the overall leader wears the yellow jersey. But what has the rider wearing a red and white polka dot jersey achieved? Question 8. Excluding overseas territories such as Guadeloupe, what is the only French region that is an island? So, excluding overseas territories such as Guadeloupe, what is the only French region that is an island? Question 9. What is the longest river that flows completely within France? So what is the longest river that flows completely within France? And your final question of the evening, question 10 in this round. Who was the final King of France? Who was the final King of France? So that brings an end all of the questions for tonight, other than a quick tiebreaker, just for in case anyone ties and wants to compete against a team. So what I'll do now, for those of you who are new, I will flash up the picture round again just for a couple of minutes, so you can have a last look at those. And if you want to top up your drinks or anything like that, please feel free. And then I'll come back with the answers to the picture round first, the missing person thing from the foursome round, the France round, go through those answers, and then I'm going to do the draw to see who's won a pub voucher. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, but here is your picture round to look at. I'll speak to you soon. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, apparently I've rattled through this a bit quicker than normal tonight. So I had a few requests for a bit more time, so I gave you an extra minute or so there. So yeah, we're going to go through the answers to our picture round, and then rounds 3 and 4. So in just a few seconds, I'm going to flash up the answers to your picture round, which was your 9 British mammals. So if you want to get ready to mark those ones there. By the way, Mum, I've just sent you through the answers to the round that you missed there, so you can mark those. So here are your answers to the picture round. So question 1, it is a hedgehog, or a European hedgehog, if you want to be specific. Question 2 is a muntjac deer. Question 3 is a Scottish wildcat. Question 4 is a dormouse. Question 5, a water vole. Question 6, a red squirrel. Question 7, a badger. Question 8, a wild boar. And question 9, a pine marten. So those was your 9 British mammals there. I'll just give you a moment to mark those. Oh, there I am again. Okay, welcome back. So yeah, I'm going to go through the answers to rounds 3 and 4 now. And you can mark those, and then we'll see what sort of scores you've got, and then we'll do a draw for a pub voucher. So round 3 was who's missing from these famous foursomes. So question 1 was Paul, John, Ringo and George, they're the Beatles. Question 2, Stan, Kyle, Kenny and Cartman, the South Park characters. Question 3, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo and Raphael, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Question 4, Sheldon, Leonard, Howard and Rajesh, the 4 characters from The Big Bang Theory. Question 5, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, the houses in Harry Potter. Question 6, Conquest, War, Famine and Death are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Question 7, Redgrave, Pinsent, Foster and Cracknell are the they won the gold medal for the Coxless Fours in Sydney 2000. Question 8, Matthew, Mark, John and Luke are the 4 Gospels in the New Testament. Question 9, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch and The Thing are the Fantastic Four. Could have had that in our superhero quiz, couldn't we? And question 10, George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Jefferson are the 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore. And then our final round was all about France. So we're talking about France because of Bastille Day, and I wanted to know the year in which the storming of the Bastille happened, and that was in 1789. And your bonus point was when do we celebrate Bastille Day? It is on the 14th of July, so on Tuesday, 14th of July in 1789. Question 2. The composer who composed the opera Carmen is Bizet. Question 3. The French national anthem is named after Marseille. Question 4. The first name of the engineer Eiffel was Gustave. Question 5. The current president of France is Emmanuel Macron. Question 6. If you were eating escargot, you would be eating snails. Question 7. In the Tour de France, the rider with the red and white polka dot jersey is the King of the Mountains. Question 8. The only French region that's an island is Corsica. Question 9. The longest river that flows completely within France is the Loire. And question 10, the final king of France was King Louis the 16th. Pardon? What was number 7? King of the Mountains was question 7, or the best climber. So there you go. If you'd like to total up, and let's see how we have got on there. The longest river in France, the Rhine is actually longer than Loire, but quite a considerable amount, but it runs through quite a few countries. The Loire is entirely within France. So there you go. So just while you're putting your scores through here, I've got my normal pint glass here. So I've got on it the names of people who've signed up. So you can see on there, there's the screen there. People who signed up using the Squizzes form and by visiting a local pub. So I'm going to draw out somebody who is going to win a pub voucher for their chosen pub. So let's have a quick dib in here and give them a mix around. So I'm going to pull one out here, and we've got, sorry, putting my pint glass down here, we've got, okay, so we have a pub voucher this week. It is Barry. So Barry signed up at the market this week. So there you go, Barry. You're going to win yourself a pub voucher. I will be in touch with you about how that is going to work, and I'll be in touch with the market as well to let them know. Yeah, so we'll work something out on that. Yeah, I'll be in touch with you later on this evening to sort that out. Okay, so well done, Barry, and thank you for supporting our local pub and joining in the quiz as well. So here we go. We've got lots of scores coming in. We've got a 36. Oh, Graham, sorry about round 3 there. Not so great. But there you go, 36. I always think you're over half a mark. You're doing well, so well done. We got a 45 from Danny. We need to see the Morgan score, don't we? 46. Here we go. 43, 37, a 48. From 3 the crowd, 42 for Chris. There we go, 38. Yeah, well done, Barry. Thank you for commenting back. So I know you're watching us still. Thank you. Yes, there's some really good scores coming in here. So I'm going to give you a tiebreaker because we've got a few similar scores there, and some of you like to have a little head-to-head in your own team. So I've just told you that the Loire is the longest river in France. So I would like to know for your tiebreaker, how long is the Loire River in kilometers? So how long is the Loire River in kilometers? So I'll give you a few seconds to sort that out. If you want to put it into the comments and see what you're doing, then we can do. So I've just got a message telling me my stream is dropping, but I will try and get that back up and running. Hopefully it doesn't cut out for you. Yeah, I think we're all right there we go. How long is the Loire in kilometers? Let's see what we're all going for. Yeah, so lots of good scores coming in. Oh, the Morgans are on 48. Oh dear, Danny. And I thought this was going to be the week. Here we go. So yeah, a few 48s. We've got Vicky's on 40 there as well. Colin's on 45. Here we go. So, here we go. We've got 600. We've got 1,087 kilometres. Give you a few seconds while I have a quick sip of my drink. So, if you were having a guess at how long the Loire was, the Loire is actually 1,012 kilometres long. So 1,012 kilometres long. So there you go. We had quite a close guess, wasn't it? It was my mum coming through with 1,087. That's the closest I've seen. So there you go. Well done, Mum. Yeah, so that brings us to the end of another stay-in pub quiz. So yeah, I'll be back next Friday if you would like to join in again. Those of you on the email list, you'll just get an email through again. So yeah, for those of you who are new, if you've enjoyed it tonight with us, please follow us at facebook.com/squizzes. It's in the email link that I sent you earlier. Yeah, and share the message that we're doing these quizzes and that we're supporting local pubs as we do it. So yeah, and there's not many of you signed up via the quizzes, but hopefully the word will keep spreading and we'll get a few more joining in. So yeah, spread the word, and we'll see if we can get a few more people in to the stay in next week. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll sign off by just saying cheers, and I'll speak to you all next Friday at 8 o'clock. Good night.